it kind of sets you up for the summer. Like we already have our advisor, we already have our research question, an idea of our methods, an idea of what we're gonna do. So all of this was kind of leading up towards our summer, so then we can just kind of get the ball rolling as soon as we start.
Yeah, I agree. It's all making sense now. Like from the start of the class to up until now, we have a better understanding of what the summer will look like and like what challenges we'll face from just doing our own research.
I will say, I didn't know what I was expecting coming into this class, but now that I'm here, it was nowhere near close to what I thought it was going to be. But it's really nice because getting to hear all the different like bits and pieces of like, you know, not only like specifically like making a proposal, but like also some of the factors to consider. It's nice that there's a little bit more time because I know that there is a like research class for psych on campus, but it's nice having it spread out where you can really like put thought into it, and also just like future career building skills.
Yeah.
Being on the front half, I did not think that was going to be part of this class, was those like how to make a CV, how to do a resume, how to answer personal statements for grad school, blah blah blah.
My favorite class was the class with Devon Eller and Dr. Banks on Zotero.
Ooh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Like I've used it even this week for my research paper, and I had to get some sources. So it was pretty helpful, not just for this class and its purposes, but for other classes and their purposes.
I like whenever Dr. Hazelbaker comes through, but that's just because she's my advisor and she's fun to talk to. So she always has a good check-in question. And she knows what she's talking about, you know.
I think for me, one of my favorite ones was like the ethics one. I thought it was really cool. It was just like fun to like hear about like all the bad things they've done because they don't like follow like the ethics. Yeah.
I don't think I even had a favorite one. I just really like it when there's a bunch of different like professors and stuff that come around. I just think it's really cool.
Dr. Slater.
Yeah.
She has interesting stories. I just like hearing her talk, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I just like hearing her talk.
I guess it makes you step out of your comfort zone a little bit, talk to the rest of the class, have good discussions.
Some professors like challenge you more than others. Like when you had to identify like the independent variable and dependent variable.
Oh my gosh.
They're picking apart every single thing. They're asking me questions.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I thought April had
That was-
31 days in it.
That was, like, really? I don't know.
I
which
knew
ones
there
have 30 or
wasn't,
31.
but I was nervous.
Couldn't tell
Because
you.
they were asking me, I'll touch
I know
that.
February has
Answers.
28 days. But...
Okay, so wait, how many days does April have?
30.
See?
See, I didn't-
you can put that.
Who
30
knows
days
that?
in April. I know that.
I think speaking, like just like public speaking and like getting out of your comfort zone and like talking to people about like your research and like papers and just like speaking without being so nervous.
After we present our slides, I think that's really gonna
Oh yeah.
like
'Cause
set
it's
us
like a
up.
little, like-
Because that's like the basics. Like once the symposium or whatever, we have to present our findings there. This class is gonna be filled with professors and something, I don't know, this research study we haven't even done yet.
And your mentor.
And our mentor, so I'm like, okay, if I can do that, after I actually do it and like look at all the data and our findings and whatever, then I should be fine.
You can talk about it with your eyes closed after that.
Probably be easier to talk about it with my eyes closed.
So I sent in my summer research thing, right? And I get an email saying, you know, like a week afterwards, like I sent it in before it was due, and it's like as soon as it closed, I got an email saying like, hey, can we chat about this? I show up and she's like, I think we work really well together. Can I steal you? And I'm like, yeah. And then we talked about what we were supposed to do after that. So that was fun.
It was easy for me because Dr. Hazelbaker is my professor in lifespan and my advisor. So once I saw her name, I was like, oh, that's where I'm headed.
I kind of have two mentors. I have Chris as a CIS part with the coding, helping with the coding, and I have Heather Brown to just understand the overall research. It wasn't too hard to find Chris, to come up with Chris, because I took a couple classes with him, and I feel a little comfortable. There was a point where I had to stop, like a pause in the search because to find like who would be able to give enough hours in the summer, but it turns out that it wasn't as wasn't as much workload as we thought it was gonna be. So
Yeah, mine's Dr. Schlater, and it went really smoothly with me because she emailed me first, so that was pretty nice. But we met up before I even filled out the application and talked about it because I really like plants. It was funny, but it went really smoothly.
For me, it was not hard, but it was just like a little bit more like out of my comfort zone just because I'm a biology major and chemistry is like a whole other aspect of it. But then once I like talked with Dr. Heather Brown and got to know more about the research, it was like it is a little bit of biology, so I liked it, and like we're both really excited to like try to create biosensors.
Green grass.
I need to watch a whole bunch of movies for my research, so I mean, what's not to be excited about?
And I get to help, so I also get to watch a lot of movies. So
I get to spend a lot of time in the greenhouse, so that's going to be really nice to be outside, kind of, you know what I mean? Not be stuck in a lab all day. So.
I'm excited to be in a lab.
Different perspective.
Yeah.
so excited to be on campus this summer, you know, and be coding. Yeah.
I'm a little nervous to go on the trip that we're going on.
oh, the McNair.
Yeah, the McNair trip or whatever. Just to like explain the research to like people that aren't even from the state and stuff like that. It's just a big conference. It's a little scary. But.
I'm nervous to help Dr. Hazelbeck with her research because I'm not good with kids.
No.
No, I'm not good with kids. I saw that and I put that down as my apprehension. She's like, I'll be fine.
They're elementary.
They're like middle schoolers now, and I'm like, oh.
Mine is about looking at chemicals of emerging concern in lake water and trying to like isolate them.
So I was waiting for Alejandra to say something because we're working on the same project. She's just working on the front end, I'm working on the back end. To help her out, I'm gonna be creating a desktop application and a smartphone application to just like make the results digitalized, or so a regular person like me and you, or not you, but some fifth graders or something can understand what went on, you know, and see the results.
Yeah, so Dr. Schlater and I are going to try to regrow plants using climacteric fruits, so fruits that ripen on the stem, or non-climacteric fruits that ripen off the stem. And we're going to see if that works because it hasn't really worked out yet. So.
I'm encoding Best Picture nominees and Best Animated Feature winners to see if the representation is good or bad for minorities, and then down the line looking at how that can affect biases and self-esteem.
Mine is how does conversations of race at home influence cross-race friendships? Then do those cross-race friendships positively influence racial identity in children of color?